before the attack, I'm totally confused. That the President of the United States of America, the Donald J. Trump, who first of all claims that he should be selected for the Nobel Peace Prize because he always tried to uh, minimize the conflicts among the nations, different nations in the world, and arise the peacemaking dialogues between those nations. But after a few months, he just attacks on Venezuelan sovereignty and arrests the president of Venezuela with his wife, Cillian Flores. And before this attack, the files of the Jeffrey Epsteins are published by the Department of Justice. In those files, in hard drive materials with dumps of junk files and images where the Donald J. Trump is standing and having emails with Jeffrey Epstein are published by the Department of Justice. But after a few hours, the Department of Justice claims that those files which are shared in a dump of hard drive materials, there are few fake informations, misinformations too in those hard drive materials. So it's arise a very confusing questions between the analysts in the human brain data. How a man who claims the Nobel Peace Prize change his mind on 360 angle or 180 angle to attack on another country's sovereignty and arrest their president without any approval or applying the international law. Now, the international analysts also claims that the U.S. violated the international law and violated the sovereignty of Venezuela. Now, the international analysts also claims that the infringement is done against the law and it violated the international law as well as the sovereignty of Venezuela because it was the elected president of the Venezuela. It was not a dictator. But the U.S. officials are claiming that the Maduro was arrested on the basis of drug trafficking and criminal conspiracies. But the Venezuelan officials are claiming that the US attacked on 2 a.m. with special forces named as Delta Forces with 200 personnel. First of all, they attacked on our electrical infrastructure. They destroyed our electrical infrastructure. After that, few explosions were arisen in the Caracas city of Venezuela, where after a few hours, the Venezuelan president was arrested and proceeded towards the US courts. Now, the worldwide international countries also condemns this attack that it was illegal because it also infringed the rights of the countries of the rights of the people in the country, which is not reliable or reasonable according to the international law. So here a lot of more questions arises that the local media and the Venezuelan officials are claiming that 25 to 55 Venezuelan and Cuban soldiers were killed, as well as the few of the Delta forces of the US operation, military operation, few forces were injured only. No one is killed and no one claims that any soldier of the US military operation was killed. So here a lot of question arises, even though the Donald John Trump also claims that Donald J. Trump will run the country until the new election held in Venezuela and the new president is elected. But as well as the Trump also claims that he will not stop here. He will attack on Colombia or Cuba and more other countries in their neighborhood